Sally here from Leamington Spa Art Gallery and Museum, and welcome to another session of Creative Kids. Now, if you're a creative kid, because this is 2020, you will have been very busy homeschooling, and everybody looking after you will also have been very busy homeschooling you. So, I thought, as today marks the beginning of the school holidays, it would be good for you to set up and be really good at getting on by yourself with loads of creative activities that don't need loads of support from whoever lives with you in your house. So I thought today I'm going to show you loads and loads of ideas, and you can get this. You know, I've been thinking all about my hands, and because I've been washing my hands so much, I keep thinking about them. And one idea that I had that is really fun is to have a go, draw around your hand on a piece of card and turn it into a superhero. So this one is Spider-Man. So you just draw around your hand, cut out the eyes, and then draw on the Spideys. And if you have a look on the internet, you can find Batman ones, you can find all sorts of superheroes on the internet. So there we are. So that's one thing you could do. You could use old toilet rolls. I've made a superhero of me, Sally. You could do that as well. But if you really wanted to be fun, you could spend absolutely hours doing the next activity that I'm going to show you. And this activity actually reminds me about one of our superhero artworks in the gallery, which I'll tell you about at the end. Now, we're going to have a go at doing fingerprints. Now that's not babyish, it's actually going to be really fun. And we're going to see if we can make a sign for our house. So you need to think, what do you want to say to the people who live in your house? Have you got a message for them? So I decided that I really wanted to remind my family to wash their hands. And I thought, what better way to remind people to wash their hands than to finger paint the painting. Now I just thought I would show you. This is a painting that my friend Sandra gave me, and it's not fingerprints, she's painted it with a brush, but it reminds me of the amazing things that you could do and the amazing paintings that you could make and colours and patterns with fingerprint marks. So have a look at that, that's another idea. So the first thing we're going to do is it's almost like playing the piano, and all you're going to need is a little tin of paint. But if you want to use paints in tubes, you could squeeze them out and put them in a plate. And the first thing I want you to do, this is so fun, because we're having to be so good at not touching things, that the first thing I want you to do is just do a practice. And I want you to have a go at starting to do lots and lots of fingerprints. Use all your fingers. Use your right hand, use your left hand. You could do them together. So I want you to have a go at doing, that was my practice one there, at doing loads and loads of fingerprints. And then, this is the bit that could take you the rest of the school holidays, turning the fingerprints into all sorts of things. You could turn the fingerprints into mini beasts, you could turn them into people, you could turn them into characters, you can turn them into plants, you can turn them into houses, and basically you could carry on doodling. So when you've done your fingerprint, what you need to do next is to draw on, I don't know if you can see Buzzy Bee, but I've drawn on and I've made a sort of fingerprint thing, and I'm going to put this up somewhere in my house. And I even did the lettering by drawing with my finger. So I just put my finger in the blue, and then I just went like that and drew. So you could draw a picture with a message for your family, or you could just have a go at making fingerprints into all sorts of things. So it's really cool and it's really fun. And at the end, I will show you what I have been doing on some close-ups so you can see some of the ideas. So you could use a pen for that, or you could use a pencil, all sorts of things. Now, writing messages to people reminded me of an artist that we have in our art gallery called Mark Titchener. Now Mark, he doesn't do fingerprints, he works mainly on the computer doing digital art, and he likes to make art that looks a bit like adverts or messages or billboards, and they say amazing messages on them, and we are lucky enough to have one in our art gallery museum. So why don't you have a go at Googling Mark Titchener and see some of his amazing artworks online with lots and lots of different messages. Some of them are political, some of them are religious, some of them are from adverts, and he mixes them all up to try and create new meanings. And some of them are really great. They've got bits of design on, they've got layers of things that he sees in buildings, and he makes them on a computer. So another thing you could do, this is very, very practical and it's not using a computer, is if you have a computer or an iPad at home, you could have a go at making signs a bit like Mark Titchener does, and have a little think about what message you would like to say to your family. You might want to tell them to wash up more often, or to be kind, or all sorts of things. So have a think, and remember to have fun as well, and also remember just to get on by yourself and let your poor family who've been homeschooling you have a bit of a rest. So I'll see you soon. Cheerio. Bye. So when you've done your fingerprints, let them dry, and then using a pen, a felt tip, a pencil, a biro, whatever you can find, have a go at turning your fingerprints into crazy things. So I had a go at doing mini beasts. I added wings, and then I added some stripes to make some buzzy bees. And here you can see I've made an elephant and a sort of spider, and I've got quite carried away. Here I tried to do some sort of funny fruit people. You could do monsters, you could do flowers. So have fun and enjoy. See you next time.